everybody. Woo, woo, woo. Welcome to the Joyful Finding Show. This beautiful, beautiful June 7th of 2024. We're just cruising through this year. We're into the 6th month. This year is just cruising on past. We're just going to, I'll just remove that. So you guys, sorry, let me just get out of this thing here. For whatever reason, StreamYard's not wanting to go to my X tonight. So you guys, that's all right. We'll just roll with it. We'll roll with it. All right. So how are you all guys doing this week? What is going on? I see I got a few of you out there already. Let's say hello. I'm going to go backwards since that's the way that the chat is scrolling right now. Hello, Dia. Hello, Lanka. Hello, Robert. Hello, Richard. Hello, Ruth. Hello, Linnell. What's happening, my friends? What's happening? I think that's all of you for now. If there's anybody else out there, say hello in the chat box so I may say hello to you. Bringing in all this beautiful energy as we're all gathering together. You guys are all unique in your own ways. I feel like a lot of you are starting to tap into more of your abilities. Maybe you're getting more signs and symbols. Whatever's happening for you right now, it's really a good thing. Going with this flow is probably the best thing that you could do as well. Because the energy has its ups and its downs and swirls and all arounds. Okay, so just hang on, just go with it, just roll with it, just find yourself in that peaceful place if you can. Okay, whatever that peaceful place is for you. And that's like that deep inner knowing, you know, that peaceful place of knowing. Okay, because a lot of you are a lot more in the know than you ever were. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, so you guys, that's awesome. So what are you guys up to? What's happening this week? What's going on? It's been one of them weeks for me too, you know, just rolling with it, This happens, that happens. Everything seems to happen all at once, but it's all good. Hello, Barbara. So glad you could be here as well. Glad you guys are all joining in to this beautiful energy that we're all like, oh, it feels so wonderful. You guys are, it's all intertwining. It's all connecting. It's quite amazing. So how are you guys doing? No one's telling me how they're doing out there, or how are you guys doing this week? I want to know how you guys are doing this week. Tap in, say, where am I at right now? I'm in a good, I'm going with the flow. Things are going excellent. I got no worries. I'm on, you know, whatever it might be that you're feeling. I want to know. I want to know what you guys are feeling today. Okay? I do. Jesus was talking to me today. He made me get him. I want to show you guys this because he was sitting over there, but this is something that I used to wear like every day. He's silver, but he's a little dirty right now. But I used to wear this like every day for like a long time, for like years when I was connecting back into, let's say, the Christ consciousness, right? And then I was out bicycling one day and it fell off the chain and everything was gone. And I was like, oh man, where could it be? Where can it be? And then I'm like, all right, I'm going to follow my tracks back and I'm going to find it. I walked it. And there he was. He showed himself to me. And then that brings me up to another thing. So I set something down today, or actually last week, and I went looking for it today, and I looked every place that I would have put that thing. And then I broke out, they might be right there. I broke out my divining rods, and I'm like, all right, you guys, you guys got to help me find this because I know it's in the house. I just don't know where I've put it. So I'm like, all right, I started on my lanai. Is it in my lanai? I pointed in the house. I'm like, all right, we're going in the house. So I started in the living room. And then I was like, all right, where is it? And then they're like, all right. So they pointed to the bedroom. And I'm like, all right, let's go in there. And then I found it. So tapping into your spirit, tapping into your intuition, even with little tools that may be helpful. You know what I mean? Sometimes a pendulum, the divining rods, whatever it may be. You know, it's funny because you can even use a necklace. They're wanting me to break one out since they're sitting right here right now. You know what I mean? You can just tap in and ask whatever you need as a yes or no question when it's a pendulum. You know what I mean? And when it's like, using the divining rods, you can ask yes and no questions, because I'll get X's and whatever, but you can also ask for directions, right? Because when I first learned about divining rods, I learned about them in Maine from people that would dig wells. They would use it to find water, so they knew where to dig their well. From those wise old men in Maine. It was always a man that did it too, which was very, nowadays you'll see a woman with divining rods, but so I just thought that was kind of cool. I don't know why I'm talking about this, because I must think it's important or something. Yes, happy birthday, Sugar Kim. If you are out there, it is your birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Ruth says, doing good, going with the flow, and getting things done. Fabulous, fabulous. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Lanka says she's doing pretty good, except for getting to reply to messages, you included. It's all right. You're allowed. It happens. I did the same thing, and I was like, I don't even know when that text came in. And I look, and I was like, why haven't I heard that? Or why have not seen that? I don't know. I almost feel like Spirit is keeping us in our own little, I'm going to call it little cocoon in a way. So maybe something doesn't need to be answered in the moment. Everything's in divine time, right? Divine time. Yes. Linnell says energy is shifting. Yes. Yes, it is. Exciting week. My birthday, Kim says. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right. All right, you guys. I love that. I love that. So, how's my week gone? It's been pretty busy. I feel like I've gotten a lot done, but sometimes I feel like time. Let's talk about that, because that's a very interesting conversation that I seem to be having with a lot of people lately. Even my landlord, he was here today, and he could have swore it was Thursday. And I looked at him and I go, nope, it's Friday. And he looked at me and he goes, I could have swore it was Thursday. I said, I know. Don't worry about it. I was like, we're all going through it right now. We don't know what day it is. We'll find out when, it feels like we're all in this like spin. All right. This spin. And it's kind of like funny, like where time will end up. You know what I mean? If you figure the timelines or parallel lives, or, just all of it just moving in, tandem with each other, and just, it feels like a little dance of some sort, an energetic dance. And I feel like that's a lot of things that are going on within our bodies, within our consciousness. Okay. Because I feel like we're really starting to tap in more. Oh, this is exciting news, you guys. This is exciting news. So, I'm so happy to see this. I'm starting to see people truly open their eyes to see what has been in front of them the whole time, but with fog, so to speak, right? They've been like walking around in this hazy fog, and there is clarity now. So the fog is clearing from some of these people, even some of these people that are directly in my life. Now, they said something to me the other day, and I was like, wow, I was not expecting that. And I just kept it to myself. I'm like, all right, dude. I kept the conversation very cordial and just, polite and everything, not to go like, whoa, what changed your mind on thinking that way now? You know what I mean? When people could have been, so hard against me and my thoughts and my beliefs, that they would, argue and, things like that. And now they're starting to see the truth for what I've been saying all along. Because when you tap into your intuition, right, when you tap into your true source, your Christ consciousness, whether you're doing it through, whatever spiritual practice you're using, you're trying to get to a higher power than yourself. And that's usually God, source, creator, whatever name that you have given source. And I feel like that brings in a lot of energy, and that brings in a lot of heavy. I feel like it's clearing from like the third eye area as I talk about that. So there must be some kind of clearing that needs to take place for even as we're speaking this evening, because the collective is starting to see a lot more. They're a lot more awake than they were. Remember, I've talked about since 2020 is about getting that clear vision. We were starting to see things as they really, were showing themselves to us. So that's kind of exciting. It's kind of exciting. Slowly but surely condo hunting. Good. I want you to imagine, okay, so this goes for anybody out there that is looking for their next residence. Get out your little pad of paper. What is it that you want to be there? What is going to be your most comfortable? Why did I have a hard time saying that? Comfortable oasis. What is going to be that space where you're just like, oh, I'm so at home. I feel so, whatever it is you might be feeling about what that place is. So just write it down, Richard. You want low HOAs, you want a swimming pool, you want some amenities, whatever it is that you're wanting, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, whatever it is, light from the east, whatever, just write it out there. Just write it out there. Kim says, just got a new job that includes house. Nice. Good for you. So you're putting down some little roots. Good for you. You guys, I'm having a serious hot flash. Whew. I don't have as many as often anymore, but you guys are bringing in the heat. Heat. Checked out a car order today, Robert says. Well, look at that. You guys are looking into some new things. I'm loving that. Looking into creating more abundance in your lives about the things that you have in your lives. That's wonderful. Kim, I can't believe you have roots. That's awesome. Happy birthday, girlfriend. That's awesome. That's a great little gift for yourself. Awesome. So what else has been going on? There's been a lot energetically going on. Again, the whole time and space thing is the biggest one, I think. It really just is. You guys tap into that and you guys can feel that, right? The time and space thing. Whoa. Awesome. All right. So, you guys, don't forget, tomorrow night is Saturday night. And guess what tomorrow night is? The Spiritual Message Circle. So I'm going to remind you guys a couple times tonight, or at least I'm going to try to. So this is number 1. The Spiritual Message Circle is tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Goldylocks Production hosts are over there giving beautiful messages for you tomorrow night at 8 p.m. I will be there. I think the beautiful Ruth will be there. Robin will be there. Maybe Carrie Lynn will be there. There might be a few more. Who knows who's going to show up? It could be a surprise. So you guys all show up tomorrow night at 8 p.m. And Richard, you are number 1 this evening because you sent me that beautiful little Venmo over there. So thank you. You'll be number 1 this evening. And then we'll rock and roll on messages from there. If you guys do want to tip or donate this evening, you guys can do that through YouTube. You guys can do that through Rumble Rants over there. And you guys are also able to Venmo me if you want to. Right there. Wham, bam. She just threw it up on the screen. So you guys are able to do that as well. And those are most appreciated. Thank you. All right. So what else do they want me to share with you guys? The energy. And there's a lot of healing taking place. You guys are finding alternative methods of healing yourselves. Okay. Because we can really heal ourselves, right? That was always like the intention while we were here. You know what I mean? So I feel like more of you are tapping into your natural abilities to be able to do that. Did do the writing. Thank you to do. All right. Yay. And Kim is number 2 with number 333. Thank you, Kim. Thank you. 333. Look at that. 3s and 9s. Okay. But anyways, that's a whole other thing that I could go on. Thank you, Kim. Much appreciated. All right. Again, this is June. Oh my gosh. June 7th of 2024. Can you guys believe it? Again, I'm still in awe that it's June. I really am, because I still feel like we should be like back in March or April. Right. And depending on what calendar you go on, like the Ethiopian calendar is like only 2016. So again, there's a lot of confusing stuff that we've been taught out there. And now it's about really discerning through a lot of the information, even some of the things that are thrown in front of us in our social media, things that people may say to us. It's like you really have to discern through it. Tap in and make sure you're really discerning into what your truth is in this moment. And trust me, your truth does change over time. The more that you learn, the things that we need to be open-minded about. Remember, because we've had to unlearn a lot of things. We've had to unlearn a lot of things. Again, they're going to get me to say it one more time. We've had to unlearn a lot of things that were not true and not our truth as our spiritual beings in these human vessels. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, so that's what I'm feeling. Let's see if there's anything they want to share. There's things that are going to be not working like they would normally. I feel like things are getting switched up. Okay, and I'm not sure exactly what that means, but those are the words that I'm getting right now. Because when I just went to write, I actually put the pen in like the wrong finger. So that was not even right. So I'm getting that something that would be something that we would normally do is going to be something that's going to change that. So I'm not sure what that means in each of your individual lives, but just be observant, right, of those things that are showing up for you right now and those messages. Because let me tell you, the messages, and the traffic has been so much nicer here. I can actually make it somewhere and go all the lights and they stay green. But anyways, if when you're in that flow, I feel like most of you are getting back into that beautiful flow. Okay, that's what I'm getting. All right, Richard is off to work. Good night, Richard. Your message will be here when you come back for it later. Have a good night at work. Hugs to you as well. You guys are so loving. This is one of the things that I love about you guys so much, because you're so caring and thoughtful of others. All that show up in the chat. You guys are just amazing beings of light. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And thank you for being you. Remember, because you wouldn't be here without going through everything that you've experienced in this lifetime. Through all the things that we've had to go through. And a lot of us have gone through a lot, some not so much, but we've all had the experiences that we signed up to have while we were here, right? Because this was like our schooling, like we had to get schooled down here on earth. Like we've done this before, and we've done it many times before. And this time we truly had the intention to make a difference in our lives and those around us. So many of you are stepping into that power as we speak, and I'm proud of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are helping so many people that you don't even recognize at all sometimes. Sometimes we don't recognize it for many years to come. And then we hear a story of someone that we said da 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 to, and then all of a sudden they're like, that experience changed my life. It got me to turn around or do something. You know what I mean? So it all depends. You just plant those seeds. You plant those seeds of hope. And then the individuals have choices that they can make with those informations, those seeds that you've planted within them, right? Because everything that we speak, that's why it's very mindful of us to pay attention to what our words are when we're speaking to others, okay? And being present in the moment. I feel like that's important too. It's very hard for sometimes to be present in the moment, even in a conversation. Sometimes I go off into la la land. I'm like zoom right out and I'm like, what? And you know what I mean? Because my body just goes. My spirit is on a journey all by itself. And the body's just here doing the earth stuff. It's very weird. Very weird how these spiritual lives work. You know what I mean? And starting to like bounce between, I'm going to call it what is reality, what's not reality. And a lot of you have that, like sometimes with your dream time, right? Or, even in your daydreams during the day, so it's just very interesting, very interesting. So, I saw a little argument online the other day, and this was a good one that I thought I would bring up with you guys because I thought it was kind of interesting. So, were dragons before dinosaurs? Were dragons really dinosaurs? What are your thoughts on dragons and dinosaurs and what we've been taught about them? Interesting conversation. Oh, we should have a little talk show and see how that goes, right? That would be fun. Just interesting. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Because dragons keep coming to me. They keep coming to me. And dinosaurs don't really come to me, but dragons come to me. So I'm just curious what you guys say about that. You know what I mean? So, and dragons have been around a long time. Long time. Long time. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. All right, you beautiful loves. All right, let's see. Is there anything else I need to share before we have a word from my beautiful sponsor? Actually, is my beautiful sponsor out there? I haven't seen her out there. But I want to thank all of you for being here and being a part of this. I really feel like you need to know this today. Like this message is like coming through like really strong, like really important. Something important is coming into your life. Something important is coming into your life. Pay attention to all the signs and symbols that are showing up for you, that you are recognizing, that are signaling you or coding you or helping you remember or whatever it is. Because I feel like all those breadcrumbs that we've been see, Kim says dragons are dinosaurs. See? So it's like compressing all this information. I just feel like all this information is it's like something is coming to a head. Like we are going to see some information that's going to flow in front of us. Okay. There's stuff that's coming. I don't know where I'm going with all that, but I felt like I'm supposed to share that with you. Hopefully you guys make sense of what I say. Because sometimes I wonder. Because when I get into my higher self, right, I go past my humanness. That's why it's like, I don't know how to describe it, because your brain keeps you very, in your humanness. And then when we go outside of that, see, the fairies are agreeing with me. When we go outside of that, it's like this whole huge energy going on out there. So just roll with it. Roll with this energy. Stay in the positive thoughts. Send out positive thoughts, even to those you don't like. Okay? Even those you dislike, send love to them, because more of them are going to awaken in the coming days. And it's not for us to judge who they are, what they've been through, what they're doing right now. But we don't have to like it. We don't have to like it, but we can send love. Okay? That's what I'm going to say. And dragons first. Cheyenne, I brought up your little argument online about dragons first or dinosaurs. See, I'm getting answers for you. Yes, you did influence this topic. And it's funny, you showed up as soon as I started talking about it too. Divine timing, my friend. Divine timing. Yeah, because dragons always come to me. You know what I mean? I've never had a dinosaur come and give me a message for somebody, but I've had dragons come. How many of us have had dragons come in a message? You know what I mean? But has anyone had a dinosaur? Like, has a T-Rex showed up to give a message to somebody? Honestly, I'm asking because I know there's a lot of my spiritual friends out there. You know what I mean? So it's funny how these things just pop up and, dragons. Now I feel like they're all flying around. They're like, we can't wait to come back and play. You know what I mean? Because they're very friendly. They're very friendly. Goldylocks says never had a dinosaur show up or animal spirit messages. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I can again, no dinosaurs. Even when I try to like get into like the big birds and stuff, it doesn't I don't get anything. But anyways, it's weird. Hello, Cheyenne. Is your hubby with you this evening as well? Good. I'm so glad you guys could be here. All right. The energy is definitely kicking it up. We brought in all this dragon magic. They're all coming in, flying in, because each one of us, right? There's aspects of ourselves in different time frames that we've lived in, different dimensions we've lived in. We've had a lot of experiences outside this earth, okay, outside of this lifetime, okay, because think about it. God created time and space forever ago. I can't even count back that long. You know what I mean? We don't have a number. We don't have a number for that. Honestly, we really don't. And so just think about how many things, how many different planets you've experienced, or, because we are not alone in this time and space either. We're just not. We're just all jumbled all together in all this time and space, which could be compressed. It could be a lot larger. I don't know. Lenka says, thank God. Imagine T-Rex giving you a message like, eat them. Yes, that would be pretty crazy. Robert says, have been given a lot of messages concerning dragons. Hope to have my own personal experience. Yes. Then let's ask that everybody have their own personal experience this evening with their beautiful, I'm going to call it guardian dragon, because that's what's coming in right now. And it's funny because I feel like he's swooping in on my right here, right up on my side. So just feel like they've just swooped right in. These are your guardian dragons. They are here for your highest and best. They are bringing through messages however they need to bring them through to you. It could be you see a dragon in the sky, in the clouds, whatever's going to show up for you. Is he green? I don't know. Is he green? I'm asking you. I feel like this one is green. That just showed up over here is green. He's heavy. He's got his I feel like he's got his yeah. His head on my shoulder there. You need to give me a little space, buddy. You're heavy. But he wants to be in the groove here today. But all of you are bringing in your beautiful angels, your loved ones. All your intuition is being ignited inside of you, so you remember everything that God has taught you. Okay, so all those experiences that you've had from other times and places, and things that you're starting to put together, all those dots now are starting to truly make a bunch of sense. Okay, it's all starting to ding, ding, ding. Oh, they want me to ding, 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 ding. It's all about popping in and knowing your intuition, knowing your God source, knowing your truth. Okay, super important. And I feel that a lot. I feel that in the third eye. I'm feeling that in the crown for you guys. So a lot of you are like, let's clear out all that negative energy that might be holding in space. Whatever we might be holding on to that's out of anger, not even understanding, whatever that might be, let's release that. It's not serving you now. Your human is holding you back from seeing beyond the veil of what has been hidden from us. Okay. So yeah, and I feel like, I'll probably grab that after the break, but things are going to be a lot brighter. Things are going to be a lot different. Things are going to be a lot easier. Things are going to be, think of what we've gone through, just what we know of our history, what we know of it, what we know to be true, and then there's just so much, my friends. There's just so much. I don't even know where to go with all that. Just know there's a lot of healing energy coming to you guys today. You guys are clearing out anything in your body that no longer serves you, whether it's somewhere in your body, outside your body, on your skin. It doesn't matter. It's releasing from you today. You can stand in your highest and best truth and self, standing in clear energy. No more space dust, as I like to call it. No, none of that needs to be around us. Negativity has to go to the wayside, into the recycle bin. Just standing in your energy and being your true self. Again, clear out that third eye, my friend. Someone is getting a little, if you're struggling, take a deep breath. You got to remember to breathe. Allow that energy to flow through you, my friends. This is a great time to have a word from my sponsor, and then we'll jump into messages. So, Feng Shui in My Space is a beautiful woman called Marsha Morse, who loves giving people advice about your Feng Shui in your house, in your office. You know, maybe I should have her do it for because I'm going to redo what my background is. So maybe I need to focus on I'll have to ask her. I'll be like, what is everything I need to have on my little set, right? That I need to whatever it is, I'm not sure which word I'm looking for, but Feng Shui in My Space is the way to go. Check out Marsha Morse. Here's her little, check her out, guys. Awesome. Check out fengshuimyspace.com. Marsha Morse is amazing, amazing, amazing. Again, fengshuimyspace.com. Thank you, Marsha, for being a sponsor of the show. Love you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, you guys. So Cheyenne says it might be me. So if you're holding on to that right in your third eye, it almost feels like I'm squinting, like if the sun is too bright. You know what I mean? But I feel like it's more in the third eye area. Just see it kind of expanding, kind of see it imagine if you built a sand castle, right? And you just kind of pushed it over and the sand just kind of falls away. So whatever has been built up there just easily falls away like sand. So imagine it's like siesta sand that'll just kind of blow away. It'll just kind of float away. So see yourself in this beautiful, beautiful space of allowing that to flow through you. Because we don't want to have any blockages as we move forward. We don't want to have any of those. But I'm still feeling it. So whoever's got it, let it go. Let it go. All right. So Richard is number 1. And then I have Kim. Those are my 2 donations so far. We're going to start there. And then we're going to rock and roll through the next half hour. See what kind of messages come through for y'all. And if you guys would like messages, I need to know that. All right. Fair enough. All right. Richard is on the search for his condo. So let's tap into that for you tonight, Richard. Okay? Condo. I think it's a couple months out. I feel like the right one is not on the market yet, so I feel like it is coming very soon. I feel like it's going to be exactly what you've been looking for. I feel like it's a first floor. I feel like it's very easy. I feel like it's convenient. I feel like you have something you still have to speak your truth about. So whatever that might be, but I feel like you're getting all the paperwork together, all the financing together. I feel like you're getting yourself that pre-approval or whatever. So you can just walk right in and be like, this is the one I want. And then wham, bam, you're there, buying yourself a condo and it'll be good. You know what I mean? So it'll be fabulous, fabulous. So Richard, just know that your dream condo is coming up and it's going to be your little oasis. I feel like there's going to be a little balcony that you can move plants out to and, or a little patio or whatever you want to call it. But I feel like there's going to be an outside space with an inside space. So I'm going to leave that with you, Mr. Richard. All right, Kim Smith. Happy birthday. And your guides and angels are happy that you have some roots for a little while. I'm seeing a tree and I'm seeing a strong trunk, and I'm seeing you grounding yourself so that you can grow. So I feel like there's growth coming for you, my friend. I feel like this is going to be really good for you moving forward. I feel like you are also grounding into a relationship. So I don't know if you're dating someone now. I'm so out of the loop. I don't know if you are or not, but if you're not, there's someone that's going to be stepping up into your life, and you are stepping into theirs. So it's like there's a mutual stepping in. So there's some kind of relationship that's coming up if you're not already in it, Kim. So if there is, then there needs to be better communication. That's what I'm getting for you, my friend. That's what I'm getting. All right. I see a few more people that want messages this evening. Let's flip my little piece of paper over. All right. Cheyenne and Cullen want messages. Oh, I got another tip. Hold on. And Robert wants one. Oh, Cheyenne, you just Venmo'd me. Thank you, darling. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are next then, for sure. Look at you go. Thank you. And then, Robert, I'll jump into that afterwards. Let's see. All right. Cheyenne and Cullen. All right, let's separate you two. Hold on for a second. Do. All right, Cheyenne, my friend, you have changes that are coming up. Some things are going to change direction, and it's okay. Don't let it blow a gasket. Everything has to happen for a reason. Okay. And I feel like this is something that's happening. I don't know why, but I feel like something on my left side. Something may not go exactly as planned, and you are just supposed to roll with it. It's the experience that you're supposed to be like being in contact with. I also feel like there's 1, 2, 3 groups that you're getting together with. So I don't know if those are collaborations, but they all seem to kind of like tie together in some way. And this is about some kind of expansion. So this could be like, I don't know. This is more of like, I don't know. Are you starting your own nonprofit too? I don't know. There's something around nonprofit. So I don't know what you're involved in that sequence. They're calling it a sequence. So, but they're just know that there's going to be more to come from that. Okay. So just be aware of that. There's growth. There's growth from that. So that's what I'm getting for you, Cheyenne. All right. Now your honey's turned. Cullen. Dude, what do you got going on? You are just like here, there, and everywhere. Okay. So what does all this mean? Some of it's forward, some of it's backwards. Do you feel like okay, so this is what I'm getting from all this, because I feel like there's way too much on your plate. Some of it you don't need, some of it you have to give back to somebody else. Sometimes you have a problem with delegation, and I feel like you need to delegate more. And I feel like there's also an expansion coming for you as well, because even though there's all this stuff that's going on all around you, you're able to manage it. I call it manage it. But there's also a direction that you want to be moving all of this into. So it's kind of like, if you're sitting at your desk and, you're sitting at, I feel like I'm at a round table. I don't know why, but I feel like I'm surrounded by all this stuff. Okay. And I feel like there's some things that need to go away and some things need more focus, and not everything blends in with everything, if this makes sense. And also a blog of some sort. You're supposed to be doing more video. Okay. I don't know if you're supposed to be giving like public service announcements or whatever, but you're definitely supposed to be doing more videos. So I'm going to leave that with you, Colin. Information man. That's what I'm going to call you. Information man. All right. All right, Robert. Robert Myers. Let's see what's shaking in your world. You're on an adventure. I'm very happy to see this, Richard. Robert. Why do I always want to confuse you guys sometimes? It's the R's. All you R's. I got a lot of R's. All right. So, Robert, this is very interesting. You've been on this road for a very long time. And now you have finally seen this. Let's say it's the fork in the road. Okay. It's the fork in the road. And now it's like you're using your intuition to guide you, right? I feel like all right, I'm like at the fork in the road and I'm going, all right, does it feel right to go this way? Does it feel right to go this way? Does it feel right to even not go either way at the moment? You know what I mean? So I feel like you're finally getting really in tune with yourself. And that's super important as we go forward, because it's going to help you make better decisions about what you want and what you create in your life. Okay. And that's super important for you right now. Super, super duper important. So I'm going to leave that with you, Mr. Robert. Yay. All right. So then we have Ruth. Let's see what's going on in Ruthie's world. Does anyone call you Ruthie? Why did I just call you Ruthie? Does someone call you that, Ruth? Does someone call you Ruthie? Curious. Because I'm getting like a little smirk from a little person. Two little peoples. And I'm getting a little scratch in my throat. What's going on with that? Have you been coughing lately? Did the tornadoes stir up some extra dust or dirt? I don't know. I'm feeling like a little dry throat there. A few people have throughout my life. Well, you have at least 2, 3, or 4 people that have called you Ruthie in this lifetime. And they're tapping into your energy right now. So they want you to recognize their presence, whether they're on the other side or still on this side. Because I feel like some people in your past have been thinking about you. Maybe your mind has also been going in that direction as well. Maybe you guys are connecting through in those thoughts. Maybe this is way of clearing up things from the past. But I'm getting Ruthie. So I'm going to leave you that with you, Ruth. Just know you're clearing up past relationships and stuff like that. Robert says, thank you, Melissa. Very important to know. You're welcome. All right. Anybody else out there want some messages? Who else is out there this evening? Let's see. I know. Did I miss anybody? Let's make sure no one else Venmoed me. Not so far, but that's okay. I'm just checking so to make sure I don't miss any of you guys. Plus, I know you guys would speak up if you guys miss me. Thank you, you guys. Okay. All right, my friends. All right. Ruth says, thanks, Melissa. I love and appreciate you. I appreciate you too. We got more fairies going on. More fairies going on. All right. Now, I know there's a few more people out there that have not said they would want a message yet, but I'm just going to roll on through. If you guys don't want it, I'm sorry I'm giving it. But you're here, and I know you're here. But before I do that, again, tomorrow night, 8 p.m., Spiritual Message Circle, right here, Goldylocks Productions, show hosts, giving messages for $20. It's fun how they all just roll into each other. So check it out tomorrow night, 8 p.m. So I also know I have Barbara's out there. Lanka. I think Dia's still out there. All right, who else am I missing? I know there's at least that many out there. Am I missing you guys? Who else am I missing? I think I got you all. Friday nights must be busy. It's summertime. People are out and about doing their fun stuff. Woo! All right, so I have 3 of you. That'll take up a few minutes. But if there's anybody else out there that needs a message, let me know. This is a fun one too. This is fun. All right, so we're going to start with little Barbara. My little Barbara up there in North Carolina. Barbara's taking off. Woo-hoo. And I don't mean in a jet plane. But I feel like you've like there's a new energy going on. Like I feel like I'm revving my engine. So I feel like there is like a new energy going on with inside the body. Maybe you've been doing a lot of extra clearing of yourself, you know, but I feel like there's a lot of motivation. I feel like I got a lot of ideas. I feel like I'm being, you know, I feel like I'm being given ideas. I feel like you are being downloaded with information. Okay. I feel like there's downloads that are happening for you right now, to help you step further into your joy. Okay. Because it's time for you to create your joy. I feel like you've been, I'm going to call it like on the run, right, for a while, because you're here, you're there. And now I feel like you're finally settling. So I feel like you're going to tap into what more is going to create more joy in your life right in this moment. So I'm going to leave that with you, Barbara. Okie dokie. And then Lanka. Lanka is coming outside of her box, because I just drew a box, and it's almost like it's an invisible box. And I feel like it's almost like, it's so funny because I see like these plexiglass, and then there's a slat, and then there's a piece of plexiglass, and then there's a slat, you know, and it reminds me of being very, you know, whatever. But it's like it's time to bust out of this box. The openings have been there the whole time. We can see you. You've been letting people see you. Now it's about letting all the walls down. So I don't know who you've been hiding yourself from, or not stepping into your true power about. But I feel like this is like about you stepping into your true power and joy that's coming forward. And I feel like there's some kind of leadership, something coming up for you. So there's either someone you're going to be leading, and I don't know if it's at work or if it's outside of work, but there's someone that you're going to be leading. And that's the word I'm getting, is leading. So what does the word leading mean to you? I'm going to leave that with you, Miss Lanka. And then Miss Dia. Dia. Oh, I'm getting all these little shiny, like you're a big star. Look, you're a big star. There's all these little sparkles shooting out from you. So it's like coming out of your skin and everything. It's like these little sparkles. All I see is like all these like pew, pew, like you could be fireworks. Are you going to blow up? Like pew, pew, pew. You know what I mean? There's like all these beautiful, you know, it's like if you were watching the 4th of July fireworks and there's just one beautiful, you know, firework after another. That's pretty much what I'm seeing for you right now. Don't worry so much about what's going on around you. It's about you being your superstar that you are, in that energy that you're providing. And I feel like you're giving great advice to those around you. So just keep standing in that beautiful power. So I'm going to leave that with you. Pew, pew, pew. There's all these fireworks going off. All right. And then, hello, Pooja. Hello, hello, hello. Barbara says, yes, joy and all good things. Thank you so much. Love you all. Oh, I love you too. Love you too. I wonder if Lanka went to sleep. Lanka, did you go night-night? All right, Pooja. Would you like a message this evening? You said yes. All right, Pooja. Let's see what's shaking in your world. Pooja. Change is on the way. Changes you've been asking for a very long time. You need to trust yourself. You need to, I feel like you need to feel your intuitive power within. Have no fear. Stand in joy. Those are the words that I'm getting for you right now. Okay. So changes are on the way for you, Pooja. These are the changes you've been asking and praying for. Go forward with them without fear. And it's so funny because I feel like I'm on a horse and I feel like I have reins in my hands. So I feel like I'm like, you know, taking off. So just know that changes are on the way for you, Pooja, but you've got this. You've got the power of that horse behind you. So it's like you are going to make the changes that are important to you right now. And they could be about job, relationships, living situations, whatever they are. It's all just going to take care of itself. But you have to trust that God is divinely guiding you along that way. So I'm going to leave that with you. Lenka says, and thinking about that leadership. Mm-hmm. Yep. Think. Lenka says, wow, pew, pew, pew. Thank you. Love you. I love you too. You're cooking sweets. What kind of sweets are we cooking? Or is it the ones we were talking about the other day? Do I get to taste test them? Oh, you guys, that's awesome. Anybody else out there? Anybody out there listening in Joyful Findings Land? Am I asking for what my true talents and skills are for my purpose? If you feel joy when you make those decisions, like it makes you feel good, like like you have to find, like, there's a different gauge inside of us now, right? It's like, think of it as like a gas gauge, right? We can all relate with a gas gauge, right? We've all had to fill our car, right? We've all had to the importance of grammar. I'm cooking sweets. Oh. All right, so anyways, so the gas gauge, right? So they want me to draw a little gas gauge for y'all. They want me to do a little drawing. All right, you guys. So we have this little gas gauge. So empty is over here, right? Full is over here and halfway, right? And we've kind of like most of our lives. Oh, we can't even see that. I need darker colors for you guys. So I'm going to bring it up in for you guys. All right. So we got our empty and we got our full, right? We got to move it into space. So you guys, a lot of our lives, some of us or a lot of us always stayed under half a tank, let's say. And now we are all pushing past that and we're going to step into our full potential. I can't spell while I'm doing this, but our full potential. Okay. No more everything else. Okay. But into our full potential. So if you guys are definitely tapping into your true source self, into your intuition, right? Like where it like rings true to you, whether you get goosebumps about what you're thinking about, it just, however that is going to ring true to you. Okay. Ding, 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 ding. However that is going to ring true for you. Okay. So tapping into all of that. So is there anybody else out there that I missed any of that? I'm not able to know them consciously. You are. Just allow yourself. Allow yourself. Do. Anybody else out there feeling any of that? I can't tell you, the last 10 minutes, I can't stop wanting to itch my nose. I know that means something. I always forget what those things mean. You're very welcome, Pooja. My pleasure. My pleasure. I'm glad you guys were here this evening to join in on this. So since we have time, I'll tell you again, Spiritual Message Circle, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Tune in, get messages from 5, 6, whoever's going to show up, 3, 4, 5, 6, how many of us show up tomorrow night to give beautiful messages to you. 8 p.m. Spiritual Message Circle. There's only 2 a month, so check it out. Check it out. I recommend it. So we still have time left, and she just put that little thing up there in the chat so you guys can see all of that, which is amazing. All right, so is there anything else they want me to share with you guys? Yes. So listen to your intuition. There's many signs and symbols that are showing up for you. Even if they're on a license plate, a bumper sticker, the bird that's showing up for you, a rat running across your path, whatever it might be. I can say that because I just saw a rat the other day. And I should probably look up what the rat means. So let's look up what the rat means, right? So I saw a rat on my roof, which freaked me out, of course. You know what I mean? Because rats don't belong on my darn roof. Or anywhere near my house because they're nasty. Rats are nasty. I know some people have them as pets and everything, but I am not that person. Actually, if one of my neighbors was here, they had pet rats. They really did. So rats is industrious. Be resourceful and shrewd for greatest success. Explore as many new avenues as possible. Do not limit your activities or efforts. So the rat is telling me to be industrious and shrewd. Let's see what that brings into my life this week. What else has come into my life this week? Any animals pop up for you guys this week? Anyone be like repeated or anything like that? You know, has anything like that shown up for you guys? Because then you should look up the spiritual meaning of whatever that animal is that might show up for you, right? You know, it's just like driving down the road and then a bird flies down in front of you and it's like, hey, what are you doing? All right, what's the spiritual meaning of such and such a bird? Okay, digging into that information, okay? Going the step deeper for the hidden messages. It's like I said last week or the week before, everything we need to know God has placed here, it has just been hidden from us. So it's kind of like we're always like on a hunt to find the information. Okay. And more of you are definitely starting to tap in and find a lot more of this information. Okay. Super proud of you guys. Super proud of you guys. It hasn't always been easy, especially when we feel stuff from the collective, because a lot of us are empaths. So we might feel a lot of the collective stuff, you know, like when you go into a grocery store and it might feel off, or you know, you're like, I got to get out of here. Everyone's feeling tense today. Remember to bubble up. Remember to shield up. Your armor of God, whatever that is, super important, especially while you're out in public right now, especially while you're at home, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Shield up all the time right now. Feel that protection surrounding you, because there's a lot of crazy stuff going on, and we just want to use that protection so that we know we have that self-confidence and we have no fear, because we know that we've put up that shield. Okay. You know, great show. I do have a tree in my new yard. Well, there you go. That's what I saw was a tree planting some roots there. So grow on, my friend, grow on. And thank you for being here. Like, subscribe, share my show. You guys could always leave me a review as a donation as well. It doesn't have to be monetary. You can go to my Google page or whatever, and you guys can leave me a review if you want to. Those are always helpful too in bringing in new clientele. Barbara says, another great show. I couldn't do this show without you guys. You guys make it possible. We've been doing this for 5 years. We've been bringing forth change in ourselves and things that we viewed for 5+ years now. And we're only going to keep continuing to unfold the mysteries that have been hidden from us here on this beautiful earth that we reside on, and the greatness that is to come. That's the most exciting, because we're creating this greatness together. It's not one person. It is all of us working together as a big one, right? God, because we're all connected to God. We're all connected to Source. No matter how you try to break away from it, there's always that connection. You can try to break it, but sometimes it's like a rubber band and you get bounced right back. God will never let you go. You can stretch it as far as you want, but he's always got you. It's your choice. So I guess some people's got some choices to make moving forward. Choose what's for your highest and best good for yourself and all of humanity. You guys have the most amazing week, and I'll see you next Friday. Love you guys.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show.